So here's the big question. What does it mean to be a man? So raise your hand if you learned how to be a man in school. All right. Raise your hand if someone gave you a manual that said this is how you be a man. So raise your hand if someone specifically sat you down and said, this is how you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to do as a man. So we've had some teachers that have taught us how to be men, but generally speaking, most of us were never taught what it means to be a man. So the question becomes, so where do we learn how to become men? Three ways. First of all,
wait, hold on. I want to hear something. I heard experience.
Trial and error.
Trial and error.
Experience.
Experience. Still working? Yep. Oh, wait, hey, coach, one other thing too, right? I forgot to mention. If a man says something that resonates with you, you're like, yo, I get it. Put your hand up. Okay? The reason why we do that is because a lot of times, I'm going to speak for myself. A lot of times I've experienced things in life and I'll be like, oh man, I'm the only one that's experienced it. Then as soon as I say something, another man's like this, I'm like, oh, thank goodness. All right?
you know you're not alone.
Yeah, so also modeling from other men that we thought were men, modeling.
Yeah, the modeling, yep, absolutely. You say something?
My hand went up in support of what he just said.
Yes.
Yes, that's what you asked.
Yep, perfect. You're modeling. Thank you, man.
So here's how most of us learn how to be men. First of all, our families. So if you were in a family where the men in the family were loving and supportive and so forth, then what you did subconsciously is you created a belief that that's what men are supposed to do. If you were in a family with violence and anger, then you created a subconscious belief that told you that that's what men do. So our families are the foundation of where we come up with the idea of what it means to be a man. It's the first place. So secondly, our cultures. So if you're from an Eastern culture, you're taught a little bit differently how to be a man than in a Western culture, right? If you're brought up in a black culture, you've slightly different twist to it, if you will, than a white culture. So our cultures are basically the culmination of the collective consciousness of the people we hang around the most. Okay? So that's what the culture is. So the people we hang around the most is really our culture. That's how we learn. When you're in a culture, if you pay attention to or believe what that culture is teaching you, then that shapes your perception of what a man should be. Okay? Yeah, and real quick, media. Very important. The movies we watch, the music we listen to, the magazines we read, the social media feeds we're paying attention to all the time, constantly bombarding us with images and ideas of what it means to be a man. Okay? So, what if what we were taught about being a man was wrong? And that's what we're wanting to disrupt. This whole conversation about what it means to be a man, it's really about giving you an opportunity to challenge your beliefs about what it means to be a man. So once again, what we're about is creating a new paradigm of masculinity.